What is up, children of the Commonwealth? It's Papa Jellybean. I am back with yet another build. We're back at Starlight, and when I'm back at Starlight, you know what that means. I've tried something new, something different. So, there was a new mod that came out from Whispers. What he's done is, he's done a couple mods where he's added extra pieces, extra snapping points and all that. So when I saw that, I come over here to Starlight Drive-In to try and do an Institute build. So this is the Starlight Institute. So down here we have the one entrance, and as you can see there's two guard posts. There's already a guard sitting there. And then this is your entrance. I've actually experimented with the waterfall feature. And I've done that on both sides. So you have this big grand entrance. So this is the entrance. So another thing that I've done different is I didn't decorate some areas. I've left those areas empty for the player to fill. One area I did, the reason why I left it, when I'll show you and I'll explain when we get to it why I left that area empty. But let's head on up. So as you can see, these ceilings are absolutely perfect for light. So this is one area that I've left empty. Now what I've done is over here I've built like a little security area if you want. But like I said, I have left it empty and I have left it up to the player to, you know, if they want to expand. So that is one area. The other area that I did was I put in this staircase. And it leads up to here. And then it leads up to about this large balcony. There's balconies on either side of the entrance. So this is just to give you an idea of how large it is. And again, I'm proud of my waterfalls. I'm sorry, but I'm proud of my waterfalls. So we have this big area here again. And then you come up here and you have another balcony area. So there is a lot of room left for the individual player to add their own little touches, their own little defenses if they would like. So that is just the entrance. We haven't got into the settlement itself. So now we're into the settlement. What I've done is this wall all the way around. It is completely all the way around. Now what we're going to do is we're not going to go in that area yet. We're going to go into the farm area. So what I've done is I've made this little area. Now I've left this open because I meant to put fish in there. I forgot to put fish in. So what my idea was this was like a little mini aquarium. But I forgot to put the darn fish in there. And again, I did the waterfall on either end. Then I just did this little ramp going up. So you have your water purifiers over here, and you have this beautiful lake here. Like I said, I forgot to put the fish in. Now I filled this with Brahmin and chickens, and I figured with this all being enclosed, they wouldn't get out. Guess what? They got out. No matter what I did, what I do, they get out. No matter what you do, they still get out. So you have this large, beautiful little like indoor farming area with these lovely little waterfalls. And then what I did was I left this area up here empty. Now the reasoning for it is I just downloaded the mod Workshop Synth Factory. So when I do get the holotape, I'm able to make the synth factory. This is the idea I had was for this area. So if you do have that mod and you are capable of building that, this is an area I fear would be absolutely perfect for it. It's absolutely massive. And there's a stairwell on that end, and there's a stairwell on that end. Yeah, the chickens and the Brahmin and all that, they got out again. I don't know how, but they keep getting out.
They think I'm a scam artist.
And then over here we have the residential area. Now I put these little bridges going back and forth. Now another thing that I've left open is now when you go up here, you have your second level, but what I did was I put a third staircase in on either side. So now you have this area here. So what you can do is you can either put up like a little garden up here, a little factory, whatever, and the same with the other side. So this is also expandable. So like I said, I tried to make this settlement where it was not only what my ideals were, but it also allowed the player to add their own little touch. Now, ooh, back up the stairs again. As for the residents, they're not really nothing really fancy. Got their bed, little table, some dressers, and of course they got their little bathrooms. So nothing really spectacular. Okay, there's why I can't go down the stairs. Come on, dog me. So we're gonna go down this area first. So this gives you an idea. I'll just back up a little bit. There's all your residential area. Now what I did with the pool this time was I enclosed it and I put a waterfall at the one end. And I put coffee makers on one end, and I put soda machines on the other, and I put some tables, a jukebox, and then little lounge chairs. And it's the same upstairs and downstairs, except the upstairs overlooks this pool. So that is my first attempt at making a waterfall feature. And of course here we have the Minimen Headquarters. Now what I've done is I haven't done the decorating like I usually did. I tried to keep it as close to being Institute as I possibly could. If there are more mods out there for Institute builds, please let me know because I'd love to do another one and make it more Institute, you know, with parts and everything. So this is just the typical Minimen Headquarters that I always do. Except, like I said, I haven't decorated it as much as I usually do. I can't get past the damn stairs. You know, so it's just the basic stuff that I always do. And as you can see, the wall goes all the way around. Now what I did as far as crafting goes, I just made this little tiny little hut. What I did was I found a mod where you can either where you do the quest institutionalized or you can pick the non-institutionalized part. I chose that part because I haven't done anything with the Institute. That's why I haven't built the synth factory yet, but why I made sure I provided that area for when I did do it. So in here you have all your crafting stations. I know, the workbench kind of looks out of place, don't it? But you got your chems, your weapons, armor station, another armor manufactory, another weapons. So you have all your basic crafting needs. And then as we come along this way here, as you can see, I've taken care of the traveling caravans again. They do have their little area here, all set up, ready to go. And here is basically all of your vendors, your bar, your clinic, your restaurant, all with the proper little signage there for the Institute. So you have, there's your little basic restaurant. Now, I had to use some stuff that wasn't from the Institute, but that's okay.
I grabbed some snacks for us. Here's yours.
Oh, Heather gave me some snacks. Looking out for my tummy. Of course, there we have all our vendors. What I did was I put in these barriers, so it's kind of like a sidewalk with all these different, areas that you can, get out onto the grass. Now, I've done the clinic a little bit different. So we still have the walk-in clinic, but what I did over here was in this room, I put in these little regenerative health stations. Now, it says relax, but how the hell do you relax with those things sticking in your back? Like, wow. And then here I made like a little laboratory. We have our little laboratory here. And of course here I did the bar again. Now I've done balconies. As you can see, I've done balconies so that the vendors or patrons can come out onto the balcony with their drink, kind of just relax, enjoy the night air, and know that they're safe behind these walls. So of course this is my typical bar. The only thing that's changed is I use the Institute tables and chairs, and I use the Institute calendar for the bars. But everything else is basically the same. You got your singing settlers. So I didn't use any booths this time. So when we come up here to the second floor, and I put this lighted wall behind it. So like it just gives you a basic idea of the overall aesthetics. So I've done a few Institute builds, but this was one that I really, in my opinion, I went all out for. To make it really something, something different, something huge. And that's why I love Starlight Drive-In, because it gives you that flat ground. You're able to experiment. So whenever I come here and I do a build, I'm here doing something different, something that I don't usually do.
So here's what I can't figure out about Jet. Does it speed you up? Or does it slow everyone else?
And there's 7. I recruited her from one of the caravans in one of the quests. She was actually, she comes up to me and says, my contract is almost up. I need a job. You got somewhere I can go? So I sent her here. So now she takes care of the armor shop. And the general goods shop. And like I said, I use these Institute counters. So unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of stuff. I had to use some other material. I couldn't make it all Institute, but that's okay. Look at their little bathroom, their beds. Go out here on the balcony and look at and this gives you a great idea. Now, one thing I really loved is these lights here. They come with the pack in the Institute section. The settlement objects expanded, and they snap into place. So you don't have to worry about fiddling with them. They actually snap dead center, which is awesome. I'm glad the nighttime is coming. It kind of gives you an idea of why I didn't put streetlights in this time, because it's pretty well lit up itself. And I figured due to the size, I really didn't want to add a lot. I did add a lot, but I didn't want to add more than what was necessary. And like I said, I did these little
Fine.
sidewalks.
You can only eat so much more rent, you know?
Yes, I have Heather as a follower, and I absolutely love her. So ladies and gentlemen, that is Starlight Institute. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. The algorithm will love you. I'll love you. Everyone will love you. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, move your mouse a little to the right, and hit that bell icon. You'll be notified each and every time I upload a video. And always remember, wherever the journey takes you, may the road rise up to greet you. I'm Jellybean, and thank you so very, very much for watching.